It's a new season, a new league, but the same faces. Let's get into another episode of West Derby Warriors. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Frenchie. I hope you're all well. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button as always down below, so you can keep up to date with new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday as they go out. We are back then with another episode of West Derby Warriors, and you can see we are ready to start off the second season in the save against Charnock Richard. I don't know much about Charnock Richard. I don't even know where they're based. Jack O'Brien is their captain. Where are they based? Chorley. Chorley, I know that well. So yes, we are in a new division, the North West Counties Football League. Just a tier above. That's literally it. We are predicted, if we have a look at the season preview, because of course that is part of it, we're predicted to finish second. I think that's probably a bit optimistic, but then again we have got a few players who obviously, we've got one or two players who aren't as good as last season, but you can see that Pino and Holton, two of the best league centre backs, and I'm sure we'll lean on them fairly hard. You can have a look at the squad then. If I show you from positions, we'll go to general view. You can see not much has changed. In fact, we'll go back to my view. Not much has changed then. If I sort them by potential, you can see Pino, Tarrant still our two best players. Holton, Dermot Mora, Raimondi, the next three. Stephen Brown is actually our sixth best player, which is quite a shock. We've got Joe Clements. Again, I don't take much notice of these because we are still in a really low division with not the greatest staff. But they will improve as we go on, I'm sure. Since last time, obviously last time we became a semi-professional side, and you can see that I've just hit my microphone. You can see that we are indeed a semi-professional side. Other than that, not much has changed. We've got a new kit, a new third kit. You can see that beautiful pink and black number, which I'm sure will come on once or twice throughout the season. Let's hope so anyway. But yeah, not a huge change to the squad really. The pitch is in terrible condition. It really needs sort of new relaying, but that's not coming anytime soon. Finances, 60 grand, 70 grand in the bank. Lost a lot of money this month, but that should be a worry, as obviously it was just because we went so professional. Spent a lot of money on wages. And if you have a look at that, you can see we now have 58 players. Or rather, we don't have 58 players. What am I talking about? We have some players. We have some players on a salary, as you can see. They're mostly the youngsters. Mostly the youngsters on a wage, and we do also have a few other players who aren't the youngsters. You can see there, Dan Reesey, Jack Charles, Chris Musgrove, Sinbad Nightingale, Chris Stonage, David Russell, Nathan Burl, Bapty, Dodd, Mora, and Holton all got a contract. Jamie Tarrant, interestingly, doesn't want one yet. And we'll hold off as long as we can on giving contracts out, to be quite honest, if we can. A few staff members may also have got contracts. If we have a look at the staff members, you can see some of them, including a new scout, Dean Martin. I could not go. But in fact, he's got pretty good stats. You can see 8 and 8 for judging player ability and potential, 10 adaptability, pretty good for this level. So he's our highest paid staff member after me. The under-18s assistant manager Ryan Davis is quite high paid, and that's it. The rest of them are on amateur contracts, and we'll leave it as that until we can afford to go up a bit more, which we probably could soon. Finally, before we get into the games, we had a big pre-season. You can see, what's that, 5, 10, 12 pre-season friendlies, and we rounded them off with a 6-1 win, a 4-0 win. They were Buckley, Accessfield United, Llanrhaeadr, I said that awfully weird, Llanrhaeadr up in North Wales. We beat them 2-0. Boston United, who are indeed, I believe, obviously we know who Boston United are, but I believe they are in the Vanarama National. They are Vanarama National North, and we were held to a 0-0 draw there, which is quite impressive. A 2-0 loss in which we played quite well against Newport County, who obviously up in Sky Bet League 2. So that was quite a little bit of a achievement. Hereford United, obviously they are in the National League North. We just about we held our own. We did actually have our first big rival against AFC, City of Liverpool, who are the division above us, or 2, and we got hammered by FC United, who are in the Vanarama National again. Grimsby Town from League 2. So yeah, it was mostly a money-making scheme there. But without any further ado, if I go back to the league schedule, you can see Shamrock Rovers and Litherland are going to be the teams that we take on in today's episode as we start off our second season as the West Derby Warriors head coach. And unsurprisingly, it is a team we are all very familiar with. So we've got Wrestle in goal, Nathan Burl, Jack Bullock, Mitchell Holton, Liam Haplin in defence. We've got Jalapeno playing that defensive midfield role, Raimondi and Kral in the centre, Dodd and Moore on the wings, Jamie Tarrant up front, all on his Todd. We are going to put him on. We may make a change. I may make a change of formation. You can see I've got one here where it's a 5-2-3. I just thought have a play around. Might be something we use every now and then. But yes, that is the team. David Batty is on the bench because he had an injury in pre-season that he's recovering from, and you can see he's good, but he is a bit on the decline. You can see he's had his attributes decline over the summer, so we'll just look to get him up to speed. But without any further ado, then let's go up for our first game of the new season against Charnock Richard. And we are underway against Charnock Richard at the Bill Shankly Recreation Playing Fields. We're just going to bump that highlight speed up a tiny touch. And we've got a chance already as Mora's brought down, only 15 seconds in. We're going to have a free kick in quite a promising area. Raimondi loves to whip these in towards the back post, which he's going to do by the looks of things. Holton gets onto it, and Mitchell Holton gets the first goal of the season just 40 seconds into the season. And filling in for the skipper today, vice captain Mitchell Holton, the Samaree centre-back, leaps like a salmon and heads it into that near post in front of the away fans to grab the first goal of the new season in the new division. And what an excellent start. Brilliant ball in from Raimondi there. We couldn't ask for anything better. Feeling goes long, but it's cut out by Dodd. Here is Raimondi, the assist getter, Benoit Dodd, who had a brilliant mid-season last season. Dances past his defender here. Takes his time, puts the ball back to Kral, and it's just wide from Dominic Kral there. You can see a good position taken up by the young Slovak. But there's another highlight as Feeling goes long again. This time Denton heads it to Edwards. Edwards back to Denton. Denton pressured by Dodd and loses out. Dodd drives down this right hand side. He's got men arriving in the box in form of Jimmy Tarrant, but it's back to Dermot Mora, and Dermot Mora makes it 2. And wow, what a start from the Deer Hunters. You can see he does well to win it back, drives down the wing, he just holds up play for just a second, pulls it back, Dermot Mora arriving late, heads it past the keeper and makes it 2-0 after just 17 minutes played. 5 minutes before our time, and nothing has happened since the last goal. You can see we're absolutely dominant. 65% possession, not even a shot from Charnock Richard. We'll keep on keeping on. 2-0 at half time. You can see Nathan Burl has played a bit crap, but 6.8 isn't awful. I'm going to tell him, please send them straight back out, and I can't have any complaints really. You can see a lot of 7.2s, 7.1s, 7.5, 8.2 from Raimondi. He's been stellar as always though. The Italian stallion has absolutely torn up midfields for a year at the club. We look to build from deep as Liam Haplin, the Irishman, plays it forward to Mora and goes for an overlapping run, but Mora plays it inside to Tarrant, out to Raimondi, and Raimondi with a fantastic ball out to Haplin, back to Dodd, and it's just wide. What a move that was though. And another chance, this time Raimondi with his shooting range. Has he got his shooting boots on? He's hit the post. Oh, terribly unlucky, but the highlight's not over. In fact, yes it is. Terribly unlucky from the Italian there. Deserves a goal today, the way he's played. And we're going to make our first change just before the 70-minute mark. It's going to be a lot of names on this bench that I don't recognise. These are mostly youth players, I believe. And we've got Stephen Brown, I recognise him. Jay Colbeck. In fact, do you know what? Mora, we're going to go for an asymmetric sort of role. I'm going to bring off Dodd for Colbeck. Go for an asymmetric role and just hope it doesn't bite Nathan Burl in the ass, because we don't have a right back on the bench today. Nope, we don't. So 20 minutes ago then, and this could in fact seal it as Burl plays it to Raimondi. Back to Burl. Can he find his crossing boots? He's found Jamie Tarrant, who's just headed it over. Very unlucky from the Samaree striker, but with 20 minutes to go, they've still yet to have a shot. I'm hopeful and confident that things will go our way, as we're going to in fact take Jamie Tarrant off for Stephen Brown. And the final change of the game, Jack Bullock is going to come off for skipper David Bapty for the last 5 minutes, just to get some freshness into those legs, the Scotsman's legs. And what a performance that is. You can see full time 2-0. one shot in the entire game, and it came in those last 5 minutes there. And you just can't. 70% possession nearly, 2.5 or 2.15 XG. What a stellar performance. A good win, boy, well done. And we'll get into the next game then against Litherland. So then a slight change to the team as we are ready to take on Litherland away from home, our first away game of the season in this league. David Batty returns into the starting lineup, partnering with his long-term partner. As you can see, none of them have got faces. I'll have that fixed for next episode. There was a little bit of an issue for some reason, I'm not quite sure why. But yes, this is the squad we're going with. I'm going to make sure that we've got enough cover on the bench though. Miju can come on the bench. We can drop Stephen Brown for... yeah, we'll go with something like that. So you can see Lee Spencer comes in for Kral, who Dodd drops into the midfield, as well as David Batty returning back into centre defence. That is it for the starting 11, and then a few changes on the bench, but I'm not going to get into them, as we'll get right into the game against Litherland, away from home for the first time in the league this season. My mind's telling me no. And you can see we are underway in what looks very much like a curling. Nearly won it back immediately. I don't like Mitchell Holton being that high up all the time. It really winds me up. But you can see the pitch is narrow, so it might be a tricky one because we do love to abuse our wingers quite a bit. But Haplin has got pressure on him, plays back to Pino quite well. Early highlights in these games today. And Spencer's through on goal. Lee Spencer's missed the sitter. Oh, that should have gone in. So we look to build from the back as Batty plays it long to Tarrant, cut out, and here's Begg. What a name that is, out to Clark. Pressure on the back line, ball over top. Holton hoofs it clear. And that's probably one of the issues with the narrow pitches. The ball flies right down it. McGregor back to all the way back to McGregor, the keeper. Holton misses that. Butler has a chance to put a pass through our defence, but doesn't take it. And Spencer cuts out the ball. 2 minutes in, Lee Spencer's through on goal. And Spencer just squeezes it in at the far post. What a finish. What a brilliant counter-attack. He makes up for the chance he missed just a minute ago with an absolutely excellent finish. You can see he beats his man, dribbles past another, drives towards the box, hits it from a really acute angle, beats the keeper, and it just about clips in off that post to make it 1-0. "15 minutes in, another chance to get a goal as Spencer's on it again. He's been our biggest outlet so far. Drives towards that dead ball line, and they've appealed for penalty. He's given it. Jamie Tarrant will take it. Can he get off the mark for the season? Jamie Tarrant, 1-on-1 with the keeper. He just squeezes it past McGregor. Gets his first of the season. Makes it 2-0 on the 16th minute mark. Again, similarly to the last game, a goal within the first minute or two, and a goal just before 17 minutes in. You can see 2-0 up, and another chance as Mora has played it by Haplin. Back to Holton. Pino goes long, but it's cut out by Brown. Here's Butler. Back to Brown, and there's pressure on, and Jamie Tarrant wins it back. Can he drive towards the penalty area? He does, and he's been brought down. It's another penalty, and a chance to double his tally and add another to the tally of goals. Jamie Tarrant, and what an emphatic penalty that is. He makes no mistake this time. Doesn't put any doubt either. And the keeper gets nowhere near it. It's absolutely brilliant into that top corner. And there's a lot of away fans there. Wow. How many fans we brought? Getting caught, catching my breath. A throw in now for Jack to Donnelly. Back to Jack. Good ball in, and Begg. Russell Begg with an absolute peach of a ball from J Jack there. Gets one back, and we can see our first goal of the season. You can see a good swinging ball towards that back post, and I don't know what was that, David? Look, we get to watch this twice because it was off. Look at this. What was that? Half an hour in then, and not really many highlights have occurred since that goal. Other than that was our only shot on target so far, and only shot in the game, in fact. And we still remain comfortably ahead as we approach half time. Hopefully we can hold on to that lead. Just remind the boys to focus. You see a few complacent faces, and now they all look uninterested and overwhelmed. Brilliant. But nevertheless, then we get in for half-time, 3-1 up, pretty much dominating the game, as you can see there. And no changes at half-time as we get straight back out, looking to secure a second 3 points in today's episode. And just past the hour mark then, I'm going to make a change. Dodd is going to come off for Jack Charles as he's looking a bit tired, and we'll probably look at taking off either Mora or Tarrant in the next 10 minutes or so. Depends if Tarrant gets his hat-trick or not. Nathan Burl to Raimondi, back to Burl, beats his man, ball in. Jamie Tarrant nearly does so, but it's over the top of the goal. And we're going to take off Mora because he's having a bit of a shocker. And once more then we are forced into making a slightly asymmetric change. So we're going to put Miju up front with Jamie Tarrant. We'll keep Jamie Tarrant on for the time being, until he gets too tired effectively. Just under 15 minutes to go then. They've switched the centre back for their right back. That is an interesting choice. And we are going to make our final change. Haplin is going to come off. In fact, no. Burl is going to... no, I'm going to leave them both on and bring off Raimondi for Bullock. Bit of a random one there, but it's just to keep legs fresh as there's only a few minutes left. And I think you can comfortably say the win is ours. This is a highlight though for Netherlands. Simpson on the throw. Plays it into the box to Begg. Back to Matthews. Blocked shot, but it's only as far as Butler. Here's Simpson with the ball in towards McConville. Surely that's offside. Yes, it is. It won't count. And it will remain 3-1 as we head into added time. You can see you don't really need this replay. You can see he's miles offside. He much better left it to Jack to run onto, but he didn't. 4 minutes of added time will surely tick away without any hassle, I'm sure. I've got another highlight in a similar position. Passy a lot of time. Simpson in, cleared, but only far as J. Jack, who got the assist in the first half. Back to Craddock, and that one's onside. And that is frustrating to concede a second, but I think it'll be too little too late for the Netherlands squad. You can see well dealt with by Holton, but nobody quick to rush out, and it's a good ball in from J. Jack, but a pretty poor piece of goalkeeping, to be quite honest. And you can see there, full time, 3-2 the score. Sealed it early on. I'm going to say I'm not happy with the second half performance because I'm not. And we'll get out and look at where this leaves us. Obviously 2 games played, we know where this leaves us. But for extra clarification, we sit in third after 2 wins, merely on goal difference. You can see. I'm sure things will develop through the season. Going forward then, I will probably, if we get our normal mark, I will probably play through the rest of August and come back. We do have the FA Cup, so maybe come back. I'll play quite a lot of these games because if I'll come back for the Earlham Norwich game, and then we'll come back at the end for the FA Cup. So I'll play through the rest of August because, quite frankly, we don't want to see all the games when they don't matter. We want to see more games when they do matter. So we will do that. We'll come back at the end of August, early September. So then guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video of West Derby Warriors. If you did, hit that like button, click subscribe, and click that notification bell so you're notified when new videos go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Schedule might change for those of you who haven't seen my Twitter. Link in the description for that if you want to check it out. Schedule might change going forward. A few personal life changes have meant that video making might have to take a backseat or be worked around, but I will keep you in the loop with that. But other than that then, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you